Okay, so how do I know if someone is an employee or if they are an independent contractor? Um, Generally speaking, an employee is someone who you have hired to perform work, usually on an ongoing basis. You are the employer, so you tell them when to show up, what they're going to be doing. You provide the tools for them to do their job. You provide training. And the employee usually has no financial risk as to the outcome of the work that they perform. That's the employer's risk. Um, an employee can have benefits offered by an employer, whereas a contractor, the contractor decides everything about the work except for the end outcome. The outcome is, an agreement between the payer and the contractor. For example, you may contract someone to build a house. So you as the payer will dictate what that house is going to look like, what you're paying the contractor to do, but you're not going to tell the contractor that he needs to show up at 8 a.m. on Monday morning and start laying foundation. The contractor, as a legitimate independent contractor, is going to decide when and how the work gets done to accomplish the final result that you guys have agreed on. A big thing here is that if you classify someone as an independent contractor, you're not going to be calculating any taxes, withholding any taxes, or paying federal or state unemployment on those wages. So obviously the government wants its money, and if you misclassify someone as an independent contractor who should have been classified as an employee, you'll definitely have some back taxes and possibly some penalties for that misclassification. It's usually not the case that someone is going to be going from an independent contractor to an employee just because you put them on payroll. That probably means that you misclassified them as a contractor prior to putting them on payroll. And normally you wouldn't issue someone a 1099 and a W-2 in the same year. You also, if you have someone that you're calling an employee doing a certain job or performing certain job duties, you would never classify the same type of work, same work being performed, also as an independent contractor for someone else. So again, just to recap, if someone is an employee, the employer has, discretion and control over when, how, and where the work is being performed. They're providing supplies for the employee to do their job, and they're providing training. Versus a contractor, there's an agreement of some outcome between the payer and the contractor. And other than that, the contractor is really on his own to set the schedule, determine when and how work will be performed. The contractor is responsible for bringing their own job supplies and won't receive any type of reimbursement from the payer. So that's a super important topic. If you guys have questions, as always, please email us at payroll@siriuspayroll.com.